Gulfood isn't just one of the world's biggest food and beverage trade shows. It's a platform where relationships are formed and success stories begin. For me, it's been a transformative experience, opening my eyes to the possibilities of global trade and shaping me into a sharper, more insightful commodity trader. Hosted in Dubai, this remarkable event brings together people from over 200 countries to discuss the same thing at the same time, all at the same place. Who am I? My name is Will Kumwenda, and I am a commodity trader specializing in peanuts, macadamia nuts, and beans. In this video, I'll be breaking down everything you need to know about attending Gulfood, from insider tips on how to get the most out of the trade show to a comprehensive guide on all the expenses you should plan for. I've got you covered. But that's not all. I'll also share some hard-earned lessons from my journey so that you can avoid making some of the costly mistakes that I made. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. The best airline for flying to Dubai can depend on where you're flying from. For instance, coming from South Africa, I found that Emirates Airlines offered the most competitive rates, likely because they're based in the UAE, where Dubai is located. For my return flight, I paid around $725 using Emirates. If you're traveling specifically for Gulfood, you can often find flight discounts at around 10%. However, these discounts are usually only available on specific airlines and for particular flight routes, so it's worth doing some research to find the best deals. When looking for cost-effective ways to travel to Dubai, one option is using platforms like Skyscanner, which can sometimes offer cheaper rates than booking directly with the airline itself. But there is a catch. Skyscanner has mixed reviews, and while it can save you money, it might come at some risk, such as unreliable customer service and, in some cases, losing all the money you spent for your flight. So, if you're traveling on a tight budget and are comfortable taking that risk, it could be a good option. One thing that you need to be prepared for is the surge in accommodation prices during the time of Gulfood. This is because Gulfood attracts more than 100,000 people to the trade show, so naturally there's going to be an increase in the demand for hotels. This means that many hotels that are in immediate vicinity to the trade show itself are fully booked well in advance of the trade show. But don't worry, there are ways to navigate this problem. I recommend booking accommodation that's close to a metro station. This gives you flexibility and convenience, even if you can't stay right next to the trade show. For example, during my visit, I managed to find a rate of $90 per night, but I had to stay a bit further away from the event to get this price. When it comes to getting around Dubai, you've got multiple options for public transport. You can choose from trains, buses, trams, and even ferries, which are essentially boats. The good news is that traveling around the city using any of these methods is relatively cheap. For example, I spent around $1 to $2 per trip using these transport options. All you need is a Knoll card, which is a smart card used for payment on public transportation in Dubai. Once you have a Knoll card, you can use it on any other transport methods I mentioned earlier. In addition to public transport, there are also e-hailing apps such as Uber and Careem available in Dubai. However, keep in mind that these rates can be pretty expensive compared to the rates that I've seen in other countries, like Turkey and the local rates that we have in South Africa. But if you prefer the convenience, the option is definitely there. The price of food in Dubai can vary widely depending on where you choose to eat. For example, popular fast food chains like McDonald's or KFC will charge you anywhere between $6 to $10 for a meal. However, if you explore local food spots, you can find meals for as little as $3 to $4. I spent roughly around $12 a day on food. Now, let's get into the trade show itself. Gulfood is nothing short of massive. The event lasts 4 days, brings over 5,000 companies, and showcases more than 100,000 different products. My ticket to enter Gulfood costed $100, and I can tell you it was worth every single cent, given the scale and the opportunities the event presents. The setup of the show is extensive. There are several different halls, each serving a particular purpose. Within each hall, you'll find countless stands where companies from all over the world exhibit what they do. But let me warn you, the halls are huge. On average, I walked more than 10 kilometers a day, and that's a minimum. So be prepared to walk a lot because there's so much ground to cover. When it comes to attending Gulfood, your mentality is crucial. Here's how to approach the event to make the most of your experience. The first thing you need to do before getting to Gulfood is to clearly assess why you're attending the trade show. Write it down so that you can be clear and have a clear focus on what you want to achieve while you're there. I went there with the goal of finding buyers for my commodities, but this was a massive mistake. The reality is that most people exhibiting at Gulfood are there to sell you their products, not the other way around. So if your primary goal is to find buyers for your commodities, you might want to reconsider before attending this particular event. That said, I did manage to find buyers, but only because one of the commodities that I deal with, macadamia nuts, are currently in high demand. Had I been offering something more common, like maize, I doubt I would have had the same success. Secondly, focus on building relationships and not closing deals. Don't go to Gulfood with the mentality of closing a deal at the event. Instead, prioritize building relationships and gathering quality information from the companies you'd like to work with. In international business, building strong relationships is crucial. It can directly impact your success and your income. One way to deepen a relationship is by showing a genuine interest in the person behind the business. To do this, I focus on asking questions that are entirely outside of the scope of work. I discuss topics like sports, politics, or their hobbies. These kinds of topics allows the other persons to share more about themselves and their interests, which can help you connect on a deeper level. However, it's important to read the situation carefully. Only steer the conversation in this direction if it feels natural to do so. The goal is to build rapport without making anyone feel uncomfortable. When it comes to gathering quality information, focus on key details. I typically ask potential buyers the following questions to quickly determine if my services will be of value to them. Here are some of the key questions that I ask. What specific products do you use? What is your preferred payment term? And how do you use the product that I'm going to sell you to make a profit in the long run? Understanding these aspects can significantly impact your future dealings. Another valuable tip is to use the online platform that Gulfood offers. Many attendees overlook this resource, opting to walk around the trade show and hope to find the right connections by chance. But technology can bring efficiency to your experience at Gulfood, just as it does in other aspects of life. For instance, I supply macadamia internationally, but I also import non-GMO soybeans. By using the online platform to search for suppliers of non-GMO soybeans, I saved a lot of time, and I now have a comprehensive list of soybean suppliers from various parts of the world. The platform provides the stand numbers of the suppliers you want to talk to, making it easier to find their exact location. This way, you can go straight to their stand and start a conversation immediately about potentially working with one another. Finally, remember to think long-term and not short-term. When attending Gulfood, you might already be working on a few deals involving specific commodities. It's natural to want to focus on those, but don't limit your experience by only seeking out companies that can help you with those particular deals. Instead, think ahead. Consider the deals that haven't come on your table yet, but are likely to arise in the future. This way, you're not just preparing for the present, but also setting yourself for success down the road. I made a crucial error of dedicating half of the time at the trade show to find a supplier for just one commodity, and that one deal that I was working on actually fell through. Don't repeat this mistake. Instead, make the most of your time building strong relationships and exploring a range of different opportunities that will serve you well in the long run. When the event comes to a close, following up is crucial if you want to turn those initial conversations into concrete deals. First, make sure to reach out to all of your new contacts within a few days of the event. A simple email or message thanking them for their time and reiterating any key points you discussed can go a long way in solidifying your connection. Next, focus on maintaining relationships you've built. One effective way to do this is by sharing valuable resources and information that align with their business interests. Whether it's an industry report, a relevant article, or even just a thoughtful insight, this keeps the relationship alive. As you nurture these relationships, look for opportunities to collaborate. This might mean setting up a follow-up meeting to explore potential deals, or simply staying in touch until the right opportunity arises. Remember, international business is often built on trust and long-term relationships, so patience and consistency are key. Finally, make sure to organize and track your follow-ups. Keep a record of who you met, what you discussed, and any agreed upon next steps. This will help you stay on top of your commitment and ensure that no potential opportunities slip through the cracks. By following up effectively, you can transform your Gulfood experience into tangible business success. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos of what it takes to be a successful commodity trader from Africa.